Alright, so this is gonna be game 1 in the series. We got Lipany. Couple civs I could play here. What do I want to start this season with? Let's just play abba, I think. I think that's probably a cozy civ to start the season with after not having played for a while. Although I don't really know a build order for them right now, but we'll manage. Alright, we're playing against Bruce. So I am gonna go for a second scout here and deny some of his bounty. Okay. Alright, first air attack. So I think I'm just gonna do 6 on food. Maybe I need 7, I'm not really too sure. Kinda like 1 on wood as well. Otherwise, if you go for the House of Wisdom and a mining camp, you won't have any wood left for the lumber camp later on, which is annoying. So we'll just get on 1 on 2 wood first. I think I'm gonna need 7 on food, but this might be incorrect. We'll just run with it. He's not coming here. And now we'll get on golds. I think we might end up needing an extra vill on wood, because we're gonna need 50 wood for the House of Wisdom. I think it's good to, you know, sometimes just play like this, where you kind of just go with the flow and you try to figure out what makes sense in terms of resource allocation instead of, you know, really strictly following a build order. Like, obviously build orders are great, but what they can do is make you unable to adapt. So whenever your opponent throws a curveball at you, maybe like 8-1 aggression or anything, you're not going to be prepared for it. And that's not something that you want to have happen. So. Okay. You can push the deer away, and then if you get close, you should be able to get the second shot in before they do. But what I'm doing a bit right now is that I'm really late on my House of Wisdom because I was too focused on the little hunt war we had going on. So yeah, little slow age up, not the best H1, but it's fine. Nothing to worry about too much. So I clicked my age up option here without really thinking. Probably should have went just normal ecoing. But I think this spawns you 3 traders now. Yeah. And it's market. Alright, let's see how that works. That could be fun. Okay, so you found that. It's gotta be a marketplace in one of these corners. Okay, so it's gonna be the other corner. I think what we'll do is Send the field there. Alright, let's get our sheep home, get some scouting info on the opponents. Obviously we're aging up really late. We need this, I guess. Right, and then this also, okay, 250 golds. Yeah, so this can happen when you don't use a build order. Quite a slow way chill, but we'll work with it. Okay, just get a stable. I think whenever you're not 100% sure yet what's going on in the game, a stable is always good, because you can move around. You can force a reaction out of your opponents if needed. Okay, he sees this. So how does this work? I think that should do it. And these boys can get off. I'll get that. Alright, nice. They got their resources. We definitely need golden age as well. So this finishes, and then the house and the lump camp. Okay, he's going for barracks. We'll have archers. Barracks and archery range, sure. So, oops, not raining at all. So scouting info is always one of the most important things. So what is nice here about the trade wing is I'm not training many, I just have these 3, but like this is gonna drop me off for 50 golds. Which I think is probably more added value than getting Eco Wing and going for the reduced cost. We're not adding any TCs because, we already have an eco advantage through the traders, so you don't want to overdo it. Right, my village production is kind of poor. I have my TCI idle a little bit. So yeah, kind of happens when you're rusty, I guess. We're playing the cobalt traders, but not that many. So I believe those guys will now start picking up a secondary resource or something. How does it work? Yeah, so they will grab food as well. Right, perfect. We're just keeping our opponent in his base. He's not doing a lot. Just fine with me, because I have the trade going on, which will allow me to scale into the next stage. And we got like the woodcutting upgrade and wheelbarrow and all that sort of stuff, so I think we're in a nice spot here. I'll get off of gold. So when you're in like a winning spot like this, you can basically just chill. You don't have to force the action. I don't have to go, for example, Rams here to kill him or something. You could, like you definitely could. But I think generally speaking, if you're playing an opponent on equal skill level, Rams are most of the time not that great. And you'll be better off You'll be better off going to H3. Alright, doing a little bit of eco damage. I think not like a hard commit. And once these boys come home, we'll try to pitch up. And we'll get into Men-at-Arms. One of my favorite units to try to close the game out. They can just tank DC fire and stuff like that pretty good, so okay, our gold is increasing a lot right now. Alright, let's go. Military wing. I'm not really sure what that does, but let's have a look at it. Alright, so he ran out of sheep, which means he's going everything onto the berries, and I'm not gonna keep trying to deny that hunt. Well, he's already there actually. So this is fine, you can just take some tower damage in exchange for veil kills. And let's get the hell out of there. But generally speaking with Abba, when you're aging, if you just completely wait it out, you're gonna float a lot of resources. And you don't really want to do that. So I'm just gonna train a couple spears. I saw that he had made knights. And we'll go from there. Nice cozy game. We're just gonna bust him open with Men-at-Arms and getting the second ranged armor. I think he might send his knights there. Oh, those are the knights. So we'll have to deal with that. Although it's not the end of the world, it's a trade of dice. We have like good normal economy. So what do you get from the military wing? A lot of infantry. Reload time of archers. Interesting. Alright, rallying units across the map. And we're really just waiting for the second ranged armor to finish, which is always the main thing that you want to have. You don't really have to micro that well in these sort of fights. It's pretty hard for him to take this fight. So that's gonna be game, yeah, it's GG. Alright. So that was game one. Obviously, a little bit of a skill difference at the start of this series, but I think it's nice to trade the trade wing without going heavily into trades. It's pretty flexible, and if your opponent goes greedy, then you can just make your own traders. So yeah, it's gonna be game one. Let's go into the next one.